Good morning. It's actually good morning. Good grief. It's 3 in the afternoon. I woke up really early and filmed the sunset, but then I've been dragging about. And during my dragging about, not doing much, I did come down here. So one of the things I had noticed was there's some rust stain down there. Let's see if I can get close enough. Yeah, you can see some rust stain over there. But I never could find any water. And so I really wasn't sure where it was coming from. Well, at some point this morning, I was in here checking something, and I noticed that there was all this crusty salt on the pipe here. And there's crusty salt, and I thought, oh, well, I need to tighten the bands or whatever. But then I realized it was actually leaking from these two lower valves. So this is the saltwater manifold for the toilet system to provide salt water to it. And I built this, and I also realized that the idiot who designed it, me, or sourced the parts for it, I don't think these are bronze. I think those are brass fittings. So I'm going to have to go back at some point and replace those with stainless steel valves. But I'm not going to worry about it right this second. Anyway, we used the top two, and these bottom twos are for future master bedroom and port bathroom toilets. So, but I had not plugged these two guys here, and they had pretty much this long slag-type mess of salt. So yeah, they've been leaking salt. And if I lift up this floorboard here, it's just a wonderful mess of salt crystals and gunk down there. So yeah, so anyway, I've already put these guys in, put little cappies on. Should have put those on the beginning, but I don't know. I assumed that valves wouldn't leak. Obviously a mistake on my part. So I'm gonna go get a vacuum and vacuum up all this salt, and then I guess I'm going to try to run some water over it and try to get most of the salt out of here so it doesn't do massive amounts of damage. I think I'm gonna have to lift this piece out too, which means I gotta move this beast. That's kind of my plan at the moment. Later. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do before I start moving any of this is try to vacuum as much of the salt that is just on the surface instead of moving everything and having to then get it out deep areas and whatnot. Then I'm going to take all this out and get down there with water and cleaning it. Anyway, loads of fun. Later. So there you can clearly see all the salt crystal muck and stuff that's down in there. And I get down in here and scrub it out. It was interesting when I was doing it from the side. I mean, some of this rust water residue flaked right off. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go get water at some point and flush this whole area. Blech. Later. Okay, I got some water and some degreaser and my rust stuff and a couple rags. And I'm gonna just try to wipe this down, try not to flood it all. Hey, having to still do that, but we'll start with this and see how it is. So I'm not really sure what was rusting. I found a couple of screws that were down in there that were very rusty. Here, there's one of those that could have been, maybe it was coming off of that. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm going to start cleaning later. So system's all back together. We're all cleaned out, nice and neat down in there. It's cleaner. Most of the rust gunk is gone and yucky water in there and on the rag. And and that's all back together. But basically we will monitor those two spots and all the hoses in case there's some other leak. And then after dinner I will come back in here and I will clean out the rest of the front that has some rust so we can track that. And hey, I even found another problem. One of the issues we noticed in the past few days is when we flush the pilot house toilet, there's a slight smell down here. Well, this coupling, I can see there's water stain underneath there. So it's leaking. Great. Poop. My favorite thing. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put threaded pieces on each end of that and make that joint a hose. So anyway, I'm going to go empty the water out of this beast and have some dinner. I think should be getting close to being ready later. Okay, so this has all been put back together. I've used it a couple times, seems to be working again. It's all nice and clean down there. So I want to look at how we're doing under this board here. This is actually one of the original boards. Definitely some muck got underneath here. Not as bad, but definitely dirty. So we got the fan in, that side's now clean, it's blowing air across to the other side in the middle to get those dried out. I'm gonna take a break for a little while because I am very hot and sweaty and got dirty water to deal with. Then we'll come down, we'll put in another dry bilge thingy in there. That'll be our 7th sensor. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break because I am hot from being down here. It is very warm down here, it's probably 90 degrees down here. I need to get an air conditioner for the engine room later. Okay, so the last thing I want to do today is put in another dry bilge. It's gonna get put right in there. They put the 8th one in on this side just to catch anything, but we'll definitely do this guy first. See how he does. We got the new one in and cleaned these up a little bit. You see some of that wiring, and then I also put a short tube on that one because these like to, well, at least that one like to blow stuff back. So maybe we'll see if it has that issue now or not. We'll still need to secure some of these down there, but for the most part I think they are okay because it's going to have floors over them. And that's how I'm going to leave them. So that is how I am going to end the evening. It's a little after 8. I am tired. Later. I don't know if I ever said today. Anyway, it's Saturday the 26th. Ooh. And I am done. Started out pretty lazy this morning. Oh, I'm tired. Hey, ready for a shower. Yeah, it's dark out. Later. Y'all have a good one. Good morning. It is Sunday morning and I am working on getting out of here. Just straightening stuff up right now, going through the checklist. Got these 2 rooms ready to go. Yeah, I know it's dark in there. I can go ahead and raise this AC, I guess. Let's go ahead and put you on. We'll keep you at 80. Let's go do the rear one while I'm down here. That way I can check it off the list. Working on making a list of stuff I need to bring too. This guy's going, yeah, he's going. Dunk, dunk. The Kim 80. Okay. And one more air conditioner to do. And we'll make this guy. I think we let him stay at 81. Okay, anyway, so just going through the list here. Raise AC temps. And it's done. Well, packing camera. Let's stick you in there. Bye. Later.